Good evening from Bangkok. Today, I'm taking the train all the way down to Malaysia. 30 hours. Come join me and see how it goes. Bangkok is one of my favourite places in the world, but sadly I have to leave this place behind. But it's not all bad. I mean, what better way to leave than by travelling 30 hours on 2 trains across 2 countries. Until recently, most long-distance trains left from Bangkok railway station. It's kind of a shame they're no longer here, as this old station has a lot of character. But if you are nearby, it's worth taking a look inside. There's even a small train museum at the old terminal. A train today leaves from the new main Bangkok station, Krung Thep Apiwat. Thank you. This modern, shiny new station is what used to be known as Bang Sue Grand Station. In fact, it's still sometimes referred to as that. This station is quite large, so it'll come as no surprise that this is the largest station in Southeast Asia. It's super clean and very well designed, with waiting areas outside each platform that have little food outlets scattered nearby them all, as well as phone charging areas. If you want something more substantial, there's no need to worry. There's a food court out the front with lots to choose from. My train today leaves from platform E. Now we can't go up to the platform until we're called, which is around 15 minutes before departure. Then it's just a quick wait in line before our tickets are scanned and we can head up to our train. Our train today is Special Express 45, operated by the State Rail of Thailand, or SRT. Once on board, you can see the cabin is in day mode, which if travelling alone can be a little awkward, facing a complete stranger. The single seat is quite wide enough though. You could easily fit 2 people if you wanted to, which is good, because it's time to sit back and relax and let our 30-hour trip begin. We head west out of this crazy concrete jungle that's Bangkok, catching some great views of the skyline along the way. One noticeable thing as we headed out into the countryside was the construction at almost every station. Is this due to the new high-speed train or something else? Let me know if you know. As mentioned before, our train heads west out of Bangkok, before turning south through Chumphon to Surat Thani and Hat Yai, before the last stretch to Padang Besar at the Malaysian border. Tickets to this train were bought through One2Go, but can also be bought on the State Rail of Thailand website. Unlike some other Thai services, your ticket is instant, so there's no need to pick them up from the station beforehand. I paid 1,057 Thai baht for the bottom berth, which is about 100 Thai baht more than the top berth. An attendant came around and made the beds quite early, which was great. And as you can see here, the bottom bunk is not only wider than the top, there's also no window at the top bunk. Once I'm in my own private cocoon, I can now stretch out and relax and enjoy the scenery. I don't feel too comfortable filming with someone sat opposite facing me, as I'm sure they don't appreciate it, which is understandable. As we continue through the small Thai villages, night starts to fall, so let's check out the rest of the train. This train consists of only 2 second-class sleeper cars. At the end of each car you will find 2 sinks, as well as 2 toilets. The first, a Western style toilet, There's both toilet paper for us Westerners and a bum gun. There's also a small sink that is operated by a foot pedal. A little note to the gents out there, I couldn't seem to close the window, so if you plan on standing during your performance, keep in mind of any stations coming up, as I will have the perfect spot to watch the show for free. The second toilet is a squat toilet. This toilet comes complete with a cold shower. I really don't know who in their right mind would want to use this. But if you want to see how this compares to the new Thai Sleeper First Class option, click on the link in the top right corner. After all that train touring, it's now night and I'm exhausted, so I guess I should try and sleep, which is easier said than done, as the guard's sitting right outside my bed and wants to watch TikToks all night. The next morning was here and we're now passing through southern Thailand. If you followed me before, you'll know I just love this. Waking up and looking out the window as we travel through a country in a place that you've never travelled through. Watching the sunrise rise over a beautiful new landscape. It really is the best feeling in the entire world, and definitely made up for my lack of sleep. The guards decided to even set the mood, making sure everyone was awake with some music. Now there are some travel warnings on the Thai-Malaysian border, specifically on the eastern Thai side. I decided not to travel on the train there specifically, but the train here is considerably safe, especially if you're just passing through. Though when we arrived to Hat Yai, seeing guys with machine guns did make me feel a little uneasy. You see, our train from Bangkok to here is connected to train 37. The train then splits, with train 37 heading to the eastern side of the border to Sungai Kolok. Our train then does some shunting, picking up some third-class carriages for the last leg to Padang Besar. The last stretch is only 50 kilometers long, and the only station left is the last one. The guards seem to have left me in my cocoon, which was nice. The rest of the car was made back into day seating, and I was never made to change it. This station is a border crossing, so when you get off the train you will head around the corner through Thai immigration, and then to the next room, which is the Malaysian immigration. Once successfully through that, you're in Malaysia, where you will need to head upstairs to the small waiting area for the Malaysian train. FYI, the time changes forward an hour here. A big word of advice here is to already have some Malaysian ringgit with you, because you'll need it if you want to buy anything. There is a small shop to buy some snacks and hot food, but it's cash only, and there's nowhere that takes card. I had over a 2.5 hour wait for the train here, and I was really starting to struggle. Didn't get much sleep last night. I'm tired. I don't know what time zone I'm in. It's loud. It's gonna be, I don't know how I'm gonna get through the next 20 minutes. Thankfully I did make it, and if there's one positive, it's the time changes made my train due an hour earlier. So it's time to head back down the stairs and find my train, which is a KTM ETS. And after a few minutes more wait, the doors were finally open and it's time to take my seat, which is almost a window seat. And there we are, some 22 hours since I started my trip, leaving on time to start the second leg of the journey through Malaysia. Originally the Thai train would go all the way to Buttersworth and we would change to this train there, a station where you can jump straight on a ferry across to one of my favourite places, Penang. This changed to Padang Besar with the opening of the electric line in 2016. The route has us continuing south along Malaysia's western line to the capital Kuala Lumpur. These tickets were bought through Baolu and cost me 118 ringgit. You can buy tickets through the KTMB website, but I was having some problems buying them there. I'm a huge fan of these trains. They are modern, comfortable, have USB and power sockets, decent legroom and a footrest. There's a seatback pocket, seatback table, and not one but two coat hooks. Overhead baggage racks and TV screens are above, though these just play KTM propaganda. At the end of the car there's a display to show trip details as well as a dot matrix with things like temperature, next station and speed. Also on board is not just a toilet, but possibly the cleanest toilet I've ever seen on a train. Everything is fully stocked and in working order. Just make sure you don't flush the toilet paper. Further down the train there's a prayer room, and further again is the cafe car, with a decent selection of microwave meals, which are basic but taste decent enough for the price. There is a business class on the train with a 2-1 configuration. There's more legroom, bigger tables, and the food is included and brought to your seat. There's even a personal screen connected to the internet to subscribe to your favourite YouTuber. You can watch the full review of my business class trip to Penang in the top right corner. Now I have a lot of favourite places, and the next stop, Ipoh, is also one of them. If you have the time, you should definitely go there, and you should also watch my day trip there from KL in the top right corner. We are now finally on the final stretch of our massive journey, and I'm excited to finally get to my destination. And yeah, I could have gone to New York or London in the same time, but I feel like this is one of those trips that you only do once. It's great to say you've travelled across 2 whole countries, but you wouldn't need to do it again. And as we head into Kuala Lumpur, we make one last stop, at Kuala Lumpur, which is the old Moorish style station, but despite being named Kuala Lumpur, it hasn't been the main station since 2001. You should make sure not to confuse these when booking tickets, as Kuala Lumpur refers to the old station and the main station is now KL Sentral, and our next and last stop. Exiting the platform did take a while here, as I had to keep closing off the escalator to stop getting crushed at the top. It took about 15 minutes to get out of the station. KL Sentral is an urban shopping centre built around a transit hub, so there's many connections to other services here, including the monorail. And there's also a ton of shops and cafes to choose from. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please remember to like and subscribe. It means a lot. Thanks for watching.